Hey, look at the puppies. Playing a game, aren't they? They like to play a lot of games here. Here they come again. Okay. So, trying to find the best little squirrel home, squirrel house, squirrel condo, squirrel. Squirrel. And I happened to come upon this guy at Amazon.com. It's called Chuckanut. Or Chuckanut. And it looks like a high quality product, and indeed it is. It's all cedar. It's made out of real wood, not the laminate crap that you can get sometimes. Very sturdy, heavy duty. And so I've just been trying to figure out the best spot to place it, because I want the opening to be where the wind and the weather would be the least. And I figured out it's on this side here, kind of facing more of a north, what would we say that would be, a northeasterly direction? Not quite east, but in that direction, northeasterly. We don't have a lot of wind coming. We have a lot of wind coming from that direction, the opposite way, which is south. So anyway, I'm going to put these up for these guys. I believe in animals and wildlife, and I've done some studying recently and found that, I guess she concurs, and found that squirrels are having a tough time because of the urban sprawl, the suburban sprawl, and cutting down trees. And squirrels like to get in these older trees and find a knot that's kind of worn and rotten out, and they get in there, and that's where they make their home to stay from cold and rain, and they have some kind of shelter. And if you go by any new housing tract in your area, I don't care where you live, you'll see that practically all the trees have been mowed down, especially these kind of big trees that are old. Look all around me. Big, they're old, they've been here forever. Well, when a developer goes by and buys, a huge tract of land, they mow all these great trees down, just dig them up. I don't know what they do with them, but they're gone. And they plant small little baby trees, which for about the next 30 or 40 years aren't going to do the squirrels any good. And I'm a big believer in the squirrel. They actually help forest our earth, with them going back and forth and scurrying around and burying nuts and seeds, and they actually help us keep the trees going, and they also do their bit with pollination. So we got to get back to the planet Earth a little bit, and this is my very small way. There's probably hundreds of thousands of squirrels or more, but if everybody got a nice home for them, knowing that a lot of their homes have been destroyed, I think that you could do, this is one way that you could make a difference in your life. We got one life, and when you check out, at least you want to have impacted some things positively, and this is another example of me making that attempt. This is Kurt Thompson, and I'll take another clip when I finally get it up where I'm going to have it. And then I also keep some nuts over here. It's empty now, but I put some last night because it was going to be cold. I put a variety of mixed nuts in the shell. Sometimes I put critter food here, which also the birds can enjoy, and the squirrels. And lately I've been putting just raw peanuts in the shell, and that's what I did last night. And they're all gone. So it's only right after lunch, so I got to replenish this here. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I don't do that during the hot summer, but during the cold months, when maybe food might be more scarce, I try to, help the squirrels out a little bit, and any other critter that actually finds this. So it's empty, I got to replace that. And it's also just fun from my window, just to, while I'm practicing my horn or whatever, just to look out. I might be doing 30 minutes of long tones and look out through the squirrels, have fun, eating some of the nuts I put out for them. So anyway, I'll be back and let you know exactly how this ended up being with the squirrel condo. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm glad that they're going to have a nice, supposed to get down in the low 30s tonight. So makes me feel good to get a family of squirrels hunkering down in here. and all staying warm, away from the cold wind and the elements. Pretty feel-good operation here. Hey, folks, she is done. I got her secured in a couple spots. That's a 3 1/4 inch Spax case hardened steel screw. And then if we go up here, I had to modify just a little bit. That's where the hole originally was, but I put an extra one. And I will say this, when you're drilling in, you have to be careful. Definitely drill a pilot hole and don't go too far in with your drill, because I got the feeling it was almost gonna split. But this guy's in there good. It doesn't move that much. It's solid for a bunch of squirrels. I think they're gonna love it. They are gonna love it down in there. Especially tonight, it's gonna get around 32. And I got this on the side to avoid the wind and the weather. And I believe it could be a beautiful home for a bunch of squirrels for who knows how long. But this one's well worth getting, folks, if you care anything about animals. And look at that. Now it's a unfinished cedar, so probably after a year or two, that cedar box will just probably become the color of the tree or just blend right in. Isn't that nice? Oh, yeah, so just as a housewarming gift, what I did was I took some of my peanuts that are raw and in the shell. I've already taken them out, so that way they don't have to get that all messy. I don't know. My guess is they're probably going to put leaves and some other stuff down for bedding, but I didn't know if they wanted peanut shells in there. But what I'm going to do to make a housewarming for them is to throw some peanuts in there that don't have the shell, and maybe that might entice the first family to move in there. They'll have a nice little surprise if they're going there and explore later. Oop. One's on the ground, so that's going to be a bonus for whoever doesn't come up the tree. Okay, we got a nice squirrel home, and as I alluded to earlier, they already ate the meal I put out for them earlier. So I do this when it's cold, folks. I don't do this year round, but starting around middle October until we start to warm up, I'll throw out food from time to time. I can't help them stay warm at night. I hope they do their best, but I can give them a lot to eat to fatten them up. That should help. So what I do is I throw some here, and there you go. Okay, now my puppies are eating. See, isn't that nice? And the squirrels come all along this fence edge from all over. In fact, you can sometimes see a little squirrel fight over the food here. Beautiful day out, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah. Always a good idea to help out your fellow animals here on planet Earth. Always a good idea. Beautiful. The end result is a beautiful cedar home for squirrels. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. Beautiful on a beautiful day. I'm Kurt Thompson. Hope you enjoyed my review of the Chuckanut. The Chuckanut Squirrel Condo. Very well made. Very well made. I'm happy.